I'd like the audience to be able to see this show done in a different way. And I know that sounds silly because that's exactly what we're doing, but this opportunity for us to show not only a female character, but also LGBT characters or LGBTQ characters that we have. So we have Cyrano, who is a female character, and so she's a lesbian. So she's only into women. She's only been attracted to women. We have this strong character who is portrayed in, I think, a very sensitive way. And that's not often seen. So it's nice to be able to have people take a look at not only a female character, but also someone who, would identify somewhere in the LGBTQ arena, that she would be portrayed in this very positive, but also very complex way. There's no clean route from A to B in Cyrano's life. She's constantly struggling. She's constantly figuring things out. She's using her brilliant mind and her strategy and her words to get her way through lots of different situations. And but the most important thing to her is love, and finding the love of her life and keeping that love as much as possible, which I think is really beautiful. And hopefully the audience will feel that as well. They'll feel that love. They'll feel that longing. And I kind of want them at the same time to see that it's a female character, but also forget that it's a female character. I don't want it to, the whole time to just be, oh boy, that's a lady up there. I want it to be just a good story that happens to have a really great female character at its core, and lots of different female characters at its core that are strong, that are brave, and that do what they need to do, and they reach their goals or they don't reach their goals, but finding out where they're going to be, how they're going to get there is interesting to them.
It is an older play, so for a lot of people who aren't necessarily into literature or classical theater or older theater, maybe not classical exactly, it might introduce them to Cyrano, to the story. It might get them to look at the original play, possibly, but also it's making it relevant now. So I hope that they take away an appreciation for the source material, but also realize that you can take source material and change it, make it new, make it different, adapt it. I'm a big fan of adapting things that have been done before into something new, finding out what else we can do with it. It's done in Shakespeare all the time. So I'd hope that they can see this older work in a different light and appreciate it in a different way.
I want the audience to get out of this adaptation of Cyrano that it is still a trusted and true adaptation of the show, but I want them to also walk away from it understanding more about people that are not like themselves, and so that they can get a perspective on somebody, wanting a love that is not just won't love you back, but can't love you back, and how much that pain can be honest and true, so that people walk away with some not just sympathy but empathy for people who are not like themselves, and that your sexuality is not the thing that makes you, but it's so important. It's a part of who we are. It's about who you love or don't love, or how you embrace somebody, or from all ranges of asexual, pansexual, bisexual, throughout the entire show, that these people are represented and that they're important and that their stories are just as important. And if we can use a familiar tale of Cyrano to help the audience want to see more of those characters and experience more of those characters, I'd really like that to be a victory for Orange County and theater in general, that we want to see these characters in lead roles. And if that means that we have to tear down some barriers of what previously exists so that we can tell engaging stories that people will still come see, then I think all the better, that we find characters that embody the things that we want to, and then say, I want to see this from a new perspective, and I want to get to know people who are not like myself, and that way we can help people to speak what's on their mind, no matter how terrifying it is.
Ideally, for me, I would want audience members to find either themselves in the character of Cyrano, whether they're a man or a woman or however they express their gender identity. I think that Cyrano is a very relatable character to so many people, and I've always found that having relatable characters is essential to becoming better as a person, to understanding yourself better. And I would love to give that to even just one person seeing the show. And as well as those who come in expecting a traditional romance. If you were to do Cyrano with a man playing Cyrano, it's something that I think a lot of people would expect to see and feel as though they already know the story. But when Cyrano is a woman, it becomes this new commentary on love and what love has the power to do and what it actually means to love. And so if it can come to a point where people can walk in and maybe they're put off by the idea of Cyrano being played by a woman and having it become a romance between two women, I would hope that they would come along the journey with us and recognize that there's a line in the show actually where Cyrano says that love has no gender. And I think that's such a beautifully important message, especially now in this wild climate that we have where people feel ashamed and unsafe for feeling how they feel and loving who they love. To have that and to see it expressed so genuinely and honestly, I would love that to have a positive effect on people.
Alchemy is on Facebook and we're on Instagram. We also have our website, so you can always go there, check out when the auditions are coming or new shows. We're going to have tickets up for Romeo and Juliet and Cyrano, obviously, so you can get your tickets there. But follow us on Facebook. We have pictures from the cast, the rehearsals, everything. You can join our mailing list. You can just go on the website and go to our Contact Us and say, I'd like to join the mailing list. You can always go and contact us on the site and volunteer your services, whether you want to be a director, you want to be a designer, you want to be an usher, or you just want to find out ways that you can help support Alchemy. We're always happy to have more people around and join us. So Facebook, Instagram, and the website are the best ways to contact us.